just like Social Security Fairness Act. When I'm about to sign, when I'm signing today, when I came to office, I promised I'd always protect Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Never thought anybody'd have to make that promise to protect them, but we had to make that promise. We still do.
Hello and welcome back to Inside the Daily Gist, January 6, 2025. Yes, my friend, on this channel, we talk about things going on in the news, things going on the internet or around the world. If it's something we are interested in, we bring it down here, we chit-chat about it. If it's something you might be interested in as well, please do not forget to join the growing community by subscribing, comment, and like at the end of this video. Yes, let's jump right into it. That was President Joe Biden. He signed the Social Security Fairness Act into law. Yes, he did it. It's one of his promises that he made that he was going to do, and he finally signed this into law. I want us to go take a listen to him, and I want you guys to take a listen and take a look around, because you are going to see, I believe I saw one Republican in it, so that means Republicans as well, they are in support of this bill. But guys, let's go listen to President Joe Biden.
Thank you very much, Betty. Thank you. I know in about 20 years I'll become a senior. It's hell turning 40, you know. God bless you all. Betty, thanks for that introduction, for all the work you've done for retired Americans. It makes a gigantic difference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And by the way, if you excuse what they say, the Senate used to say in the Senate, a point of personal privilege. She gave me a handwritten poem from her husband, who wrote to me, saying, I look like I'm 20. Thank him very well. I'll give him a call. Thank you. And thank you to the current and former members of Congress for being here today, particularly Susan Collins. Susan, I hope it doesn't hurt your reputation, might compliment you. Sherrod Brown. And Abigail Spanberger. Where's Abigail? Get up, Abigail. I also want to thank Leader Schumer and Representative Garrett Graves. Schumer's not here, is he? No. All right. And Garrett couldn't make it today either. For all of you have kept this bipartisan bill on track from the beginning to end. And so did our great labor leaders here today. I want to thank them. You know, my dad taught me, and I mean this, my friends are tired of hearing me saying this, a job is a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and know there's a real prospect that that's going to happen. The bill I'm signing today is about a simple proposition. Americans who have worked hard all their lives to earn an honest living should be able to retire with economic security and dignity. That's the entire purpose of the Social Security system crafted by Franklin Delano Roosevelt nearly 90 years ago. Social Security is the bedrock of financial security for retirees and survivors, and for millions of Americans with disabilities. But we've all heard the stories like the one that Betty shared today. Public sector employees, teachers, nurses, maintenance workers, and more. Many working second jobs beyond their public service, often just because they needed to make ends meet. The law that existed denied millions of Americans access to the full Social Security benefits they earn by thousands of dollars a year. That denial of benefits also applied to surviving spouses of public service employees. Benefits cut that cost them security and a little bit of dignity as well. Joining us today, Alicio, a 17-year-old from Texas. Where's Alicio? Come here. Alicio is just around the corner receiving Social Security. This guy walked 1,600 miles from Washington, from Texas to Washington, D.C. to support this bill. And he did it. He did it for his grandmother, a retired teacher who struggled to survive without the Social Security benefits she earned. And he thought it wasn't right. But guess what? Tomorrow is his birthday. We have a tradition in our household. Gotta sing happy birthday. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right. Alicia, I and others have one request.
Yes.
When you're president and they say Joe Biden's in the outer office, promise you won't say Joe who. Thank you, pal. You did a good. Your mom, grandmama did that. Look, by signing this bill, we're extending Social Security benefits for millions of teachers, nurses, and other public employees, and their spouses and survivors. That means an estimated average of $360 per month increase. That's a big deal in middle-class households like the one I grew up in, many of you did. And for millions of Americans going forward. That's not all. Over 2.5 million Americans are going to receive a lump sum payment of thousands of dollars to make up for the shortfall in the benefits they should have gotten in 2024. It's going to be a big deal. We're going to begin receiving these payments this year, and this is a big deal. Someone said this is a big deal. It's a big deal. As the first president in more than 20 years to expand Social Security benefits, this victory is a culmination of a four-year fight to provide security for workers who dedicate their lives to their communities. And I'm proud to have played a small part in this fight and get to sign it. And thanks to Sherrod Brown and Richie Neal. Richie? And other advocates in this room, one of the first things we did was to protect pensions for as many as 2 million union workers and retirees when we signed the Butch-Lewis Act. It's the most significant action to protect union pensions in 50 years. The Butch-Lewis Act helped them retire with dignity. Look, just like Social Security Fairness Act. What I'm about to sign, what I'm signing today, when I came to office, I promised I'd always protect Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Never thought anybody'd have to make that promise to protect them, but we had to make that promise. We still do. I said repeatedly that if anyone tried to cut these programs, I'd stop them. And that's the promise we've kept. Even in the face of proposals to cut and weaken these programs that millions of Americans count on, I know there's a lot more work to do, by the way, to improve and expand benefits, including those who most are in need, to protect Social Security for long term, and finally asking the wealthiest Americans to begin to pay their fair share so it's able to be maintained, and so much more. Folks, we could not have done this alone. To the people in this room and the people around the country who did the work, who kept the faith, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our economy today is the strongest economy in the world. We got more to do, but it's the strongest economy in the world because we have the best workers in the world. We have the best workers. We do. And I might add, parenthetically, when I went to South Korea to get the communications, to get Samsung to send back the chip makers to the United States. We invented the damn things. We used to have 40% of the market. And he said, yes, and I finally said, why? He said, God's truth. Foreign leader of a major corporation said, because you have the best, most qualified workers in the world, union work. No, I'm serious. And because it's the safest place in the world to invest. Look, let me close with this. Today is a victory for the dignity of work and the dignity of workers. Every day, people who build the middle class, who built this country, Must never forget it. We can't forget who did it. Just remember who we are. For God's sake, we're the United States of America. The United States, there's nothing beyond our capacity. We set our mind to it, and we do it together. So God bless you all. May God protect our troops. And now let's sign this bill.
Yes, my friends, that was President Joe Biden. He finally signed the Social Security Fairness Act into law. A lot of people, they still, they got things to say that he promised this 4 years ago. Why he has to wait to the last minute, last time, the last hour of his administration before he can sign this into law. If y'all can notice, y'all saw Congresswoman Susan Collins. So that means Republicans and Democrats, they on board with these bills. So maybe, just maybe, they were not on board before and they just get on board at the last minute. We don't know, but what we know right now is the Social Security Fairness Act is signed into law. And I think if you're Republicans and Democrats, this is one particular issue that brings people together, because Social Security, it's not a privilege. It's something that was earned during people, while people were working, right? So it has to be protected. This is not a money given to them. This is a money that they worked for. And old age, for sure, they need the money to survive. So I really appreciate it, even though, yes, it took him 4 years before he signed this to law, but at least he did it. What do you guys think? Let's continue the conversation down there in the comment section. This is buzzing the internet. That why Joe Biden have to wait to the last minute before he bring it on board. But yo, I will catch up with you guys later. As usual, please let's respect ourselves while we comment. If this is kind of a content that you like, do not forget to join the green community. And this small YouTuber, appreciate it. Bye for now.